Okay, here I go one more time. I'm hearing footsteps or sounds in the back of my home where there's an abandoned house that I noticed some strange activity. As if there's some windows that have some things in the window that's abandoned home. I used to know the owner. He was a good man. May God bless his heart and soul. And in the windows, I see some things that are there one day in an odd way, and then a few, even minutes, sometimes not even hours or days, those objects in the windows move and are set in a different way. Like if they're directing rifles towards my home. That's why I know something is wrong. But that's just my thought and my feeling. I could be wrong. But that is strange in an abandoned home. For you to see white styrofoam and then moved and placed in a different way. And then I'll see the door open. And then I'll see the door close. I went back there and I took some pictures, but I didn't go in. I wanted to, but something kept me from going in. Now in those pictures, I saw some odd things around that trailer too. And those odd things that are around that trailer could possibly also be set around this home of mine. Now, why do I feel like that? Because something is wrong. And I don't like this. Because it is my life and it is my family. And I am just like the next man. But I know there are those that don't give a fuck about what one says, like I, James Harris. They don't give a fuck about what I say. They have something else in their minds. Mom! Mom! Come on. Come here, baby. Now, I don't know if they might possibly have those weird things that are oddly shaped around that abandoned home. If they have them around my home as well, those oddly shaped objects could possibly be bombs. So something is definitely wrong. And the only reason why I'm like this is because I know and I feel that it is too many things wrong. And even right now, as I'm here supposedly alone, I still feel as if somebody's here. That feeling of somebody's watching you, but with a rifle to my head. Now, if something goes wrong, I hear gunshots, or I hear an explosion, they should have took my word seriously because something is wrong. And I could say some people's names that I possibly believe have something to do with this, but I could be wrong. Why is these people so envious and hating me and my family? Because they don't care about one's life or word. I'm 34 years old of El Paso, Texas. And I'm out here and I'm noticing at certain places, I feel like if the ground sinks in too. That got me kind of nervous. And then under my trailer where there should be light, I'm not seeing the light. Now, I do this live on YouTube because they I believe somebody. Come here, baby. Somebody is there. Mom. Mom. Now, I'm thinking these deputies. No, I don't know what it is. If they know something I don't know and they're not sharing, then that means that they're in the wrong. I just hope it's an investigation. An investigation of something else. Because I could clearly see and I feel as if they want to paint the picture, the ending, as they want to. And that would automatically be and make it wrong. In other words, a cop that's crooked. Why would I get a feeling like if I'm not safe when I'm alone speaking with them or my mother alone speaking with them? No sheriff, no deputy, no man in uniform that works for any law official, any branch of any law official should ever give me that feeling. So I'm sure about this intuitive deciphering of one that something is definitely wrong. And it's too quiet, but though I feel like if they're right on my head, somebody here. I look around, the only place I can see is that under the trailer, where there should be light, there is none. So I'm believing somebody's on that side. Now, it's a bad feeling if you call 911. You feel as if there's a gas leak. Not even they will help me. They're supposed to help one. Not try and argue or make that person look wrong. Now, I'm going to quiet down and speak lower, obviously, because I'm sure the neighbors already heard me. But I can't be screaming and screaming unless I feel that my life is in danger. And that's what I feel like doing. Screaming out louder. Because now I hear the dogs. Now I hope this video, if something happens, and it will, if something happens, this video will get seen, of course, by higher officials. Higher officials than these deputies. Because if they're back there on that side, and my mother dies or something happens to her, I can't point fingers, but it has something to do with them. I even feel like if they got a gun or rifle pointed at me right now. And the dog's barking in the back. Somebody is definitely there. Look at the underneath my trailer. There is no light where there should be. Now I'm gonna sit here all night. In the morning, I'm gonna call the gas company. That way they could see that there was a leak. Because I believe there is. And my mother's sitting in there. Because I want her over here. And I want her safe and alive. But they don't give a fuck about our lives. They would even want us both in there while that gas leak possibly might I don't like this at all. I still feel as if there's someone that wants to make something happen here, but have the finishing hand touch for the ending scenery of they, which is in the wrong. So why am I feeling as if they want to set me up? Is it because somebody told me? Or is it just a wrong sense of feeling and wrong thoughts? Now I hear people coming in with the back and I hear them loading now. I heard like a magazine. Nobody's here to help. Nobody. I can't. I have a feeling and a thought of calling again 911. But I can't. I won't. And that is fucked up because I cannot even depend on they. Because they'll come back and probably try and say that I'm looking hysterical or acting crazy when I know I'm not. It's sad when one can't depend on they. The ones that are there to serve and protect. Now I hear that somebody out there wants me. Maybe even put away for my mother can be alone. And then they, while I'm away and my mother alone, come by. Now I don't know exactly why they would come here with my mother. But if they do things like that, they're crooked. So God only knows what. Now somebody is around here that still has a rifle pointed to my head. So I believe they're somebody that either the sheriff sent or it's a sheriff himself. Because I believe there's certain individuals that they use and allow to do something to one, and then they make it look like something else. But now these are thoughts. I know it's not imagination. But they're not only thoughts, but good feelings of mine. They're very good feelings of mine that I cannot doubt, and I can't not take them seriously, because if I don't and something happens, it is my family and my ass. Now I'm starting to get a very bad feeling of some of these wanting to wipe their own hands and use me. The only reason is because a while back I smelled something odd. I called the sheriff, a fireman. I gave something to a fireman. But he said and showed me something else. They went away that day. Now that was odd, because it was a different object that I gave that sheriff and fireman. So that is kind of wrong. I'm thinking those people that were jumping into this yard at wee hours when I made those 911 calls, like I said, are putting weird objects around. Possibly bombs. Now, if I'm thinking that, if something goes wrong, it is because of them. Who waits over 2 hours at one point? It was over an hour today on a 911 call. Mom! Now I believe my mother's in there, but these sheriffs went through the back. I believe they possibly might be in there with my mother for some reason. Now, if something is wrong with my mother, it is because of they or somebody that they sent. Mom! And of course, that's what they want. To say, or to try and make me look like something I'm not. That way they could use that as an excuse when there is none. No excuse needed. Besides, why are they not? As not an excuse, but an answer. Why is it that they do not take my life, my mother's life, my pets, this home and property, and this family seriously? It's sad if you can't even depend on them. At one point, I started feeling as if they were intercepting my 911 calls. Now, possibly what they want to do is paint a good picture. Watch. If they're in there and they harm my mother, and they come out here and try and make it seem like I did something to her, that is definitely wrong on they, because they obviously are. Not giving a fuck about their job, their uniform, which is more than a job, more than a career. It is a uniform that has respect to some that died for that respect, to serve and protect one. And over here, they're not. I feel as if they're protecting themselves. But of what? They want to make me look like the crazy. I don't like this though, because it's still wrong and I know they're still there. Something is. There is still no light under my trailer where there should be. God is gonna have to help me, because I know He is always with me. But I'm asking, I know, has to help me, not only me, but my family. And I'm just getting nervous because the lights are dimming in the back now. Now I hear the fence jump. Now I heard the fence jump in the back. Now, I feel as if there's this one person, a female, and then there's a male that was an ex-friend of mine that acted strange when I had that ugly smell under my front room. Oscar Martinez. It was this guy by the name of Raimundo Trevino. Something about them, they've been acting real odd. And then this one female that Ray knows by the name of, I don't know what, she's a witch. Now I'm gonna have to say all their names, but I think some are here right now wanting to harm me and my mother. The back got too dark. The light should be more. Where there should be light under my trailer, there is none. Somebody is blocking it. There's dogs barking. I also saw those two sheriffs when they left go really fast in an odd and weird, strange way, straight, turning on the first intersection of Roger Joseph and Gwendolyn to the left. as if they were rushing to the back of that home that's abandoned. It's real simple to see, but nobody's gonna believe, especially if they rush up to me like I'm thinking they want to harm me. And that's sad. That is sad. Because I learned a long time ago to respect those officers of the law. I never imagined one would not respect one as an American citizen, whether I'm in the bad or wrong. Now, I ain't gonna go on that trip because what I see is that someone is back there crawling. They are crawling on the grass, I believe. Now, if it is, it might be a sniper rifle or someone with a rifle. It looks kind of odd. Now, I'm out here and I'm gonna smoke a cigarette and try and be more calm, but something is wrong. They got guns pointed at me. Why? I just called 911. This is wrong. Now, if I call 911 again and there's nobody and they're all gone, they want to make me look like the crazy one, which I am not. Now, those things that you see right there, straight ahead, those are not illusions of my eye. There is somebody crawling there. Who is there? You get off of this property. Obviously, they're not gonna care what I say. Probably let me finish this video and then try and come over here and harm me. She is not gonna wanna come out. My mother needs to come out of the home. Now there's a red light in the back too. I think there's some behind me as well. Maybe even on the top of my neighbor's roof, pointed with guns at me. Now I could smell a cologne, like the ones the officers use. Now I don't feel safe with my mother inside. I'm gonna tell her to come over here. I don't feel safe of her being inside that home.